Welcome back, guys, to the Fantasy Pavilion for another review of a very exciting Game Week 11 with a lot of ups. Well, actually, more downs than ups, but a lot
More
of
downs than ups.
topsy-turviness.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was some crazy results. Unexpected results, unexpected goal scorers, and a few unexpected blankers. But let's get into it. Let me, of course, introduce my panel. Liverpool fan, Shamir.
Hey,
Tottenham
hey, hey.
fan, Kevin, and of course our Arsenal expert, Aaron. Guys, how we feeling?
Good
Be
man,
good,
good,
be
Ah,
good.
good.
it's
I'm
alright.
blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we go into it quickly, Shamir, I mean, you will show us your points, everything later, of course. But how was the game
hmm
week? Just give us one word to describe your game week.
Decent, I would
All
say.
right,
Plain and
Kevin, one
simple.
word.
Yeah, decent. Hanging on by a thread, like close.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Abba,
Um,
one word.
this not what I expected. I can't use one
All
word.
right, all right, all right. So as usual, guys, you all know the format. We break down the results from each of the fixtures. Of course, we show you our teams, and then we, of course, show you. We begrudgingly big up the guy that's on top of the Fantasy Pavilion League. Normally it's Kevin, but Kevin is getting a lot of pressure these past few game weeks. So, all right, we'll see which is on top this round. And of course, it's a nice rock back episode. We're going to discuss this stuff in a bit more detail. It's international break, everyone's favorite time of the season. All right, so let's go. So, of course, so Shamir, you'll take it away. Let me just bring up the stats for you really quickly. All right,
Okay.
so before we get into it, the only thing I will do, I like to highlight the goalkeepers, as you guys know. So, of course, guys,
Yeah.
I had McCarthy in my top 5 series. Please, guys, if you want to get some points, I can finally say this with my chest now. Please watch my top 5 series every game week. I have been on point for the past year. I've been quiet and been humble. Now I can show off and be and talk with my chest. So I recommended McCarthy. I recommended Livramento. You would have bagged up a lot of points there, right? Look at McCarthy. He made 3 saves. He got the bonus points, clean sheets. And again, guys, these low-key keepers are valuable assets because they bring you these returns. When they have these games with the clean sheets, they also have a lot of save points as well. All right, so Shamir, take it away, break it down, and of course, explain to us if there are any assets from this fixture or from these teams that we should look forward to, not just for Game Week 12, but
Mm-hmm.
beyond.
All right, cool. Well, this game was pretty, I don't know, unsurprising in a sense because I feel as though Aston Villa starting to kind of taper off for their season. They get back Watkins, Ings come out, so they kind of swap into some injuries on that strike force. Um, the defensively they're struggling a bit, well, a good bit actually, and I feel like also Martinez kind of keep them in the game for this game.
Mm.
So they're basically hot and cool now. On an FPL standpoint, Villa assets are kind of watch from far, right? You don't really want to commit to them. I would say maybe Watkins to chance on, but strikers these days not scoring. So on an Aston Villa side, definitely not much to talk about in terms of FPL assets. Southampton, there's actually a lot to say about them because McCarthy this game week was pretty impressive, I would say. A lot of saves, clean sheet, of course. Um, he's actually somebody I would actually recommend to then replace Sanchez, who is now out for a game week, right? Similar in price, right? Decent fixtures coming up the next, I would say, 7 or 8 game weeks with fixture difficulty. I like 5 for like 2 games. So he and Solana keeping clean sheets. So I would say McCarthy somebody to keep your eye on to replace Sanchez or even Ramsdale, who's coming into some difficult fixtures pretty soon, right? I mean, Livramento. He is everybody's first bench option, and points on the bench is points not added, right? So is either you have him and rotate him out into your side of an auto sub or keep him or play him, right? He's a he's 4.5 million now, so he's not really a budget player anymore. So if you don't have him, think long and hard about getting him, and because he's kind of priced similar to other assets you may want to get, but if you have him from the start, which like a lot of us do have, he just bringing returns. Benarak is like a low key defender defender, I would say. He's like their wall now, boy, for Southampton. He just be heading everything away. FPL assets. I saw Adam Armstrong back in the lineup and kind of forming a partnership with Che Adams.
Yeah.
6.6 million, I think he is, Adam Armstrong. And he's probably one of the few strikers that return this weekend. So that's Southampton side. The top three, I would say, is Livramento, McCarthy, Armstrong as FPL assets.
All right. And of
Yeah.
course, you want to remind you, viewers, that Strong is facing Norwich next. So do with that
Yeah.
information what you will.
Yeah.
As well
Um,
as the defense. So
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I
Um,
would definitely want to make sure you have Livramento in the side if you don't have him already, yeah?
yeah.
Or
but do
if
we
so
start playing
started,
him now? Yeah, do we
I
start
Mm.
played him for
starting?
the last couple of weeks.
Mm.
Actually, honestly, if I'm being honest, I played him for the
Yeah.
last couple of weeks and I haven't regretted it yet. So
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
on Norwich side that not really bringing much, and who lost their manager as well. I could see that he is probably a short starter and probably, knock on wood, a clean sheet waiting to happen now, but we will see.
Before we move on, I don't take too long, of course, but I was watching Kyle Walker-Peters for the past 3 games and keeping
Yeah.
quiet. I watched him,
Mhm.
especially this last game going here. I'm sure his price is not too off from Livermento's price,
4.4 or 4.5.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
right? And he gets further advanced than Livermento. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm watching him as a potential maybe bench asset, maybe for like my B team or so, right? What do you think
How's
about
minutes
Ashimir?
looking?
I think he's decent.
And his
I
minutes,
am.
how's minutes looking?
His minutes, no, he's
Well,
playing. He's starting. Look at
He's
he
starting?
starts.
so
Yeah,
because
full 90
of
minutes for the past 3 games.
Okay, good.
because
Now
of
three
Livramento in
games.
his side, right? Playing on the right hand side as a natural right back. Kyle Walker-Peters had to switch across to the left hand side, right? Replacing the left back that they bought over the summer, right? And he's performing great on the left hand side. So I honestly shocked that he's doing so well on the left hand side. It's not a natural role for him now, coming from
Right.
Tottenham. Kevin might know a little more about him now, right? But he's an asset where, like you say, he getting into the final third, providing those pre-assists, getting those crosses in, right? If you don't want to have the momentum, you could bring him into your side with not fearing too much that he won't play because now he's fully fit and getting a string of games. He should be starting consistently now.
Yeah.
I
So
think he's the
it's
top
not to
scorer for
say
Southampton right now, right?
Yeah.
In FPL
he is.
points. In FPL
Nah, I
points
would
at
think
least, yeah.
so. I think Adam Armstrong is the top scorer. I think. I had to double check that.
Yeah, we gotta check
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
No
nah,
problem.
yeah. He on 48 and the rest of them, yeah, 47 is
Okay.
McCarthy. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Well then,
yeah.
So yeah, if it is either one or the other, so you have to pick and choose who you want, basically. But
Fair
I
enough.
mean, either one is fine. I think either one. He could be
All
a
right.
good differential, eh?
Yeah,
He
that
could be
was
a good,
saying it could be a very
yeah,
and especially
yeah.
against a
He
team like
could
Norwich or so. Yeah, you
he
never
could be a
know.
good differential if you're trying to get rid of that effective ownership kind of percentage wise thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, Kevin, your turn. Of course, let me just break down the keepers really quickly before we do anything. So nothing really. So DK would have received conceded 2 goals. Of course, he minus, but he made 5 saves. We'd have gotten the 1 point. So he saved some face with 2 points there. Edison just got the clean sheet. So nothing to talk about save wise, right? So all right, Kevin, the floor is yours. Take it away. Break it down first.
Yeah, well, Manchester Derby, it was more of a one-sided game than anything. All the possessions was with Man City. They played really well. Man United, like, they can't find themselves again right now. They're going through some problems. So any assets from Man U, it looking difficult. I know the week before or last week, everyone was back on the Ronaldo train. Well, a lot of
Yeah.
people were back on the Ronaldo train, but it was just a short burn. I might email words again next week or the following week, but he's a little bit too expensive to really. I don't know. Hang on. I guess you could call him the talisman player, but for Man U right now. But again, it's a risk, just like with any other big asset,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
yeah, the forwards in FPL these days not working out,
Hmm.
right? Man City, Cancelo again. He is like, I don't want to say BTEC Trent, but he's up there. I think he just passed Trent on points as well. and he getting this. I think this is the first game in a while he getting some additional returns other than the clean sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's the only one who started all the games so far, alongside Edison. And he got 2 assists. So
Yeah.
he's looking really, really good. I mean, he's saving a 1.6. Is 1.6? 1.6 or 1.7 from Trent to him, and he get
Nah, I
about the
think
same point.
1.3. 1.3.
1.3, yeah.
Yeah, 1.3.
But still, it's still a good bit because I
Significant, yeah.
downgraded from Trent to him. I mean, I lost the Trent points this week, but I was still happy with the Cancelo points, and he's playing again. He's playing. Other than that, the midfield, we always have a problem who to choose, but I feel Bernardo kind of making a statement little bit by little bit. Like he really taken on the role for David Silva. Like David Silva had this 1-1 point each time, but nobody really used to take him on before, right? Same thing happening with Bernardo Silva now. He carrying on the Silva name, so I think he's the top midfield option right now, and he's one of the cheaper midfield options too, right?
But
so
not to cut you, but we guess. I think we did guess this whole midfield last week. I remember I forced you all.
we did, yeah.
Who is that? So we'll try and do that again next time.
We
did
showing
guess.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bernardo playing good. Gundogan looked really good in that game. He just missed 1 or 2 little tap-ins.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 that actually look good in that last game. I have KDB, and I got rid of KDB before the game. For Foden. Foden's still playing good as well. But KDB, he still not hitting his points, his price tag.
Yeah, I think
So,
he finally has form yet, I feel like.
I mean, he getting the minutes there. Yeah, he getting the minutes there, but the price tag a little too high now. Again, none of the big hitters actually playing, right? They're not returning. Sorry.
Yeah.
You see the problem for me with City, people are saying it's not a problem. He won the league like that last year, blah blah blah. No strikers. Yes, these midfielders score goals, but they don't have that killer instinct. You heard what you just said just now. Gundogan missed a few chances. If that felt a proper striker, you only have Jesus. If they need a backup striker and they need anybody, they could get anybody, right? Just to slot in that role who has that natural killer instinct when the ball falls a certain way, because there's certain chances I see fall to these guys, and they're not going to take it the way. They're gonna take an extra touch. They're gonna beat the guy. That a striker will just latch onto it one time. So I think that's what's killing City right now. But the defenders, the fullbacks, as we say, the fullbacks are the ones that really
they're playing good. They're playing really well.
You can't go wrong with a fullback asset.
We had to mention too, probably later on, about the upcoming December stickiness now. I think they say it's talking about our next 10 fixtures in 40 days. Sometimes some period of 10 fixtures in 40 days for all the Premier League teams now. So I mean, we're looking at that period for rotation for a lot of teams. So
but then we would also look at double and triple game weeks and stuff as well.
Correct. So they're going to show a lot of span and works now. So we have to kind of think about
and who to captain as well for those time periods.
Yeah, plan in a sense now. So honestly speaking,
I like how you're thinking.
You can't really go forward without Cancelo, like Ivan saying, you can't go
Cancelo is almost a must now.
You can't go without him. You almost a must have basically,
Correct.
I think he's the top point scorer for City right now, a defender.
Yeah.
Yeah, that speaks volumes. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks there, Kevin. Abba, you're up. Chelsea, Burnley, a shocking result. Let me just touch the keepers real quickly. So nothing really for Mendy this round in terms of save points. Pope, of course, save master. He would have made 4 saves, 1 point extra, and got 3 points in total. Again, not too bad. Decent 3 points from a keeper. As I keep telling you guys, goalkeepers and defenders are there to concede. So it's a luxury and luck when you get your big points from them, right? So it's always good to get the save points from these keepers. All right, so Aaron, take it away. Who are your key standouts and anybody that we should be looking forward to for game week 12 and beyond?
But you can't go wrong with the wing backs. Rich James assists again.
Right.
And Chilwell had some chances as well to get some points. I think Chelsea even Tuchel come out and say he wants strikers to defend more and his wing backs to score and assist more. So if you're looking for points when it comes to Chelsea, I would recommend defenders. Those defenders being Rudiger, Chilwell, or Reece James. And if you want to go premium goalkeeper, Mendy is a good shout as well. They didn't keep a clean sheet this week, but 9 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times, they will keep a clean sheet. So
Yeah, I think they only
Yeah.
concede
just have
3
options.
times or 2 times now. There's only
Hmm.
they
for
don't-
the entire
Wow.
season.
yeah, for the entire
Yeah.
season. So
Yeah.
it's a one-off.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend. I would have recommended Kovacic, but Kovacic got injured, so
Right.
I wouldn't recommend any
I
other.
think he's on the mend. So hopefully after this international break, he should be back.
He
Yeah.
should be back. So you could take a chance
Hopefully,
with Kovacic.
And he's
But-
cheap too. So
Yeah, Kovacic cheap as well. But if you
No,
want
he
to
has-
go short points, wing
Yeah.
backs and
yeah,
Rudiger.
but you have 2 pairs of wing backs, yeah? The Spanish wing backs and the English wing backs. So
Yeah.
it's which one's he playing?
Don't worry, I will fix this argument at the end because Kevin has said
Alright,
something
good,
I
yeah.
disagree with, but I will fix it at the end. Don't worry, you'll go ahead.
Alright,
Take your
yeah.
notes. Take your
Wait.
notes.
But I think we seen a clear pattern with Reece and Chilwell is for the bigger games and
Yeah,
Alonso and Aspilicueta.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Alonso and Aspilicueta playing the UCL games and
Correct.
the Carabao Cup when they have to.
Mhm.
So that's the rotation we see in so far. Unless injury,
So far, yeah.
unless injury come up, then I don't think that rotation will stop. Because even you were saying in the earlies that Alonso was just playing because he kept his form going.
Mhm.
But Chilwell was originally was supposed to start, but Alonso
Right.
just started his season so hot they couldn't drop him now. So
Yeah.
now that he get dropped, Chilwell in for sure, I think. And Burnley actually picking up some form. The last 2 games they played, they actually playing football and they're looking very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're moving
Cameron-
away from the defensive play. They're actually playing
Yeah,
open.
No,
and-
well,
yeah.
I think
They
I
learn it.
mentioned a while ago, people are myth now, boy, that Burnley is just long balls and that
It's-
kind of thing. They
it's not
really
myth,
play
you know.
football.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's a myth.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go so far as saying it's a myth, but they have the potential because, like that season, they reached Europa League. We know they could play football, but
Yeah.
for some reason they went back and playing championship style football for some reason. I don't know if that
Them-
Europa League season
they-
hurt them
I
so
feel
much
as
that
though-
they wanted to go back.
No, because in Europa League they get stretched too long now, boy. They couldn't sweat the football they want because if the players they have, they're not kind of depth in the squad. now.
exactly.
So that's
Yeah,
why they have to
exactly.
revert to that kind of tactics because it's safe.
Yeah,
But they
yeah,
Plus-
and less
they
energy,
generally-
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
They-
And this is the
they
first time they
check
buy
football.
anybody, yeah?
yeah, in
Ah,
a while.
yeah.
Yeah.
In a while.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that too. They have no
And as
money.
you talk about,
Mhm.
and as you talk about buying players, the man they buy, that is the FPL
Mhm.
asset you should be doing.
Mhm.
Corny,
Agreed.
We've been talking about
Corny.
him for a while, Abba. Yeah.
Corny, creating a lot of chances.
Mhm.
And well, Vidra scored this week, but Vidra doesn't start.
Yeah.
So you could go Wood because Wood in form as well. And
Right.
if Burnley continue playing football, well, I don't like to say playing football because the long balls is football as well. But
Yeah,
attractive football, I should say,
Yeah.
then you will see a lot of points coming from the attacking 4 because even this boy, McNeil, he not getting in the positions as Corny is getting into, but he's still creating chances on the fringes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you're going Burnley, Wood, Corny, I wouldn't recommend a defender anymore because if they play an attractive football, they'll be more open to concede. So I wouldn't. Maybe Pope might make saves. So
Correct.
I would throw Pope in there as well. But you can't go wrong
Yeah.
Corny and Wood. And I would train Westwood as well because he's created a lot as well. And he's take the set pieces.
They actually have a good set of games coming up too. So
I think
Yeah,
the
true.
it's
fixtures
not bad to
turning
look at.
good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, taking that. All right.
Luton is a good option, because he's a kind of
True.
outlet on the right hand
He's
side.
very
Swinging
true.
those
Very
crosses for
true.
Chris Wood and so he could be
Very
a good
true.
option. Looking for the budget defender.
Yeah, defender. Yeah.
And you kind of have to look at Pope a little bit. He had to step up his game because Ramsdale giving him pressure for the
England squad.
English
yeah.
side. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
yeah.
But Pope don't make
he
that team.
might
No?
step up in.
Pope Pope don't make that team no more. Yeah, Pope don't make that team. No,
Oh, yeah, true,
it's
yeah.
It's Johnston, Ramsdale, and Pickford.
Yeah.
But Johnston,
Alright, yeah.
Johnston getting picked based
Yeah.
on last season performances, eh? Because remember
And
last
now, but
season
he
he's
balling
a
in the
goalkeeper.
championship too.
Yeah,
He balling in the
he's a
championship.
Yeah, it's mainly,
West
it's
Brom
mainly
running.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's mainly Pickford and yeah.
Yeah,
So-
But
Johnston.
Pickford had to worry, he had to get worried because his
Yeah,
form,
for sure.
his form terrible. He's not keeping
Yeah,
good. So he can lose a
Yeah.
spot to Ramsdale or
Hmm.
Henderson. If Henderson was
Hmm.
sweating, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Henderson
Ramsdale
would
for
be
the World
starting
Cup.
keeper, you know. Right? He was starting keeper for England, but Henderson not sweating.
Yeah.
So that's why them fellas
Yeah,
can pick up his
Henderson
slack
not
now, boy.
Yeah. Well, competition is always good. That's keep your players
Yeah, that's
on the
true.
top form.
Yeah.
So.
That's true.
True. All right, guys. So Shamir, next up we have Palace 2, Wolves now. Palace is very
I
dangerous at
think
home.
you forgot one game, eh? Or you coming back to that game after?
I'll come
The
back.
Brentford game.
Nah.
No, I know we didn't reach there yet. We didn't reach there yet. We didn't reach there yet. Next is this one. We didn't reach there yet. You rushing me? You getting
No,
jammed?
they-
You rushing your jam?
The Brentford, yeah, my jam, yeah, the Brentford Norwich game.
Yeah. No, we
My
didn't reach there
fever
yet.
the jam, yes.
We didn't reach there
I
yet.
want to get over it now. I need to
We
get
didn't
over
reach
it.
there yet. You're rushing.
I'm man,
So,
I'm man
you
running
wanna
in.
talk
I'm
about the
running into the
goalkeepers?
sliding tackle.
You ready? You ready?
He running into that sliding tackle.
Let me talk
Yeah,
the goalkeepers real quickly. So, of course, I had Guaita as one of my top 5 picks. Clean sheet, but no save points. But, you would have gotten 6 points there. Sa, who's my main keeper for the past few game weeks. 4 saves, so he got the extra point there. So 2 points for him. Not too bad for somebody that conceded 2 goals. All right, so Shamir, take it away now. Break it down.
All
And
right, cool.
Christopher's looking real good.
Yeah, boy. I would honestly want to say, I'll eat my words and say, when I started the season, I was kind of worried for them. I wasn't sure of Vieira would kind of adapt to the league. He don't have enough pedigree, but he taking this team and having them perform at some levels, boy. A young, fit, fire inside, attractive footballers play too, not too bad at all. They have some good players. So just going through the Crystal Palace side, Gaita is our next player, just like McCarthy, 4.5 million, could replace Sanchez. Look at him, Crystal Palace fixture is gonna get good pretty soon as well, or if not good, he still have the option of making save points, right? So those are my 2 recommendations to replace Sanchez or Ramsdale as your keepers coming up, if you want to replace the keepers, right? Crystal Palace defense, enough said about Guy and Anderson, too big walls in the back. Joel Ward is their right back, performing well. Mitchell is the left back. I think Mitchell's actually a good option to have in
Yeah,
FPL
Mitchell
anyway.
was
Good 4.5.
in the past. He was good as well too. So
Yeah, so he's looking like somebody who could come in your side to replace probably a higher price defender that you feel as though he's not performing enough. Bring him in, he could sweat good. Kuyat is a kind of funny one. I know he's booked as a defender. He doesn't play defender though. I think he plays as a defensive midfielder for them. I'm not too sure. Right? But he's still getting those points. Yeah, so he's still getting those points. My favorite player in their side is Olesi, but he still coming back from injury, getting minutes. Didn't really perform this game, I would say. Zaha starting to catch back some form. So 7 million, I wouldn't really look at him as their main asset, right? Because he's kind of hot and cold now. He's not consistent enough for me to spend 7 million on when I could spend 5.8 on Gallagher, who is getting the same kind of positions, same kind of returns, or even more returns, right? I think he's everybody's main pick for Crystal Palace now. Gallagher, budget buy, good player. He's on loan from Chelsea, so he may go back to Chelsea and may get a price rise. He may expect in Chelsea, may not. He's one of those players where you have to enjoy the season while you can. I would say bring him in and kind of spread your midfield options around, right? Up on top, Edouard looks like the starting striker now alongside Benteke.
He playing wing all kind of
chances. Yeah, I think Benteke played through the middle, Edouard on the right, on the left hand side, and I think somebody's on the left. I think Edouard on the left, Zaha on the right. I think that's
And they're switching. They switching wings during the game as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So as we're saying, Edward could be a good option, getting the position, Benteke as well. But the striker curse for FPL season, the first FPL season, kind of real now, boy. Strikers just not scoring. The ones you're banking on, just not scoring. So, that's a big warning for me. We look plan ahead now. I kind of worried for that.
Yeah.
Wolves. I want to point out Nuri because he's 4.3 million, attacking left wing back, right? Replace Marcel now. He didn't really perform this game, but Wolves is a kind of cheap option to have in case Wolves get a good fixture. If they're playing decent enough, easier team, he could come in his side and provide assist for Jimenez or Wang on that side.
But how bad is the injury to Marcel?
I'm not sure,
Like,
but I feel as
out
he
for
loses
long, or?
space. I think he
Okay.
loses spot because
he loses spot. He loses spot.
yeah,
Okay,
he's
good.
not dynamic enough for, like, compared to Henry now, which I was surprised he wasn't starting from before. But I guess the coach knows best, right?
Marcel, Marcel have experience too with Leon, so I guess that's why he was playing.
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. All right.
Ozil Sarr, I wouldn't sell him just yet because again, they invest their money in your keepers. They're trying to set and forget. They don't want to keep it to really jump around, wasting transfers, I would say, on a keeper when they have the striker problem going on. They're trying to find a striker that's consistent to pull their points. Your midfield might need to upgrade for certain players. You might want to bring in Reece James if you don't have him already, or Chilwell or Cancelo, right? Don't waste your transfers trying to change your keepers around now, right? If you could afford it, I would say change them out for probably a Gaita or Ramsdale or who else? Who's the other person? McCarthy. Right? Yeah. If you could afford it to the transfer. Son and Kane number 2, Jimenez and Wang didn't perform this game. I didn't watch the game to do the eye test, right? But I know they are more consistent. They are the more consistent strikers for the season thus far. So I wouldn't give up on them just yet. Jimenez and Wang, not just yet. Let the fixtures turn a little more to West Harder sides, and maybe you could sell them on for Adam Armstrong. Change out Jimenez. Try to go up to Kane if you could. If you have that money, or go down to Adam Armstrong from Jimenez. Either one you could do different moves. So I wouldn't sell your assets from the Wolves just yet, but just have them waiting for when the fixtures turn tides to swap them out for the players you really want.
All right, Swift.
Good work.
All right, now we can get to your favorite game, Kevin, and you are up next. Your game.
You're playing the clip first, or
let me just talk about the goal. So Krul made 6 saves. So you would have gotten 2 points there and got 4 points in total. Fernandez would have made 4 saves, so got the extra point there, so 2 points for him. Not too bad at all. He's holding on for Raya, but clearly since no Raya has been no party for Brentford as of late. But I'm celebrating, but I'll let Kevin take it away. Kevin, go ahead. I will jump in necessarily. Go ahead.
2-1 Brentford versus Norwich. The strikers, the same price strikers, Pookie versus Tony, right? And only one of them showed up, right? The Pookie party. Well, a small party, hopefully. We don't know. We don't know how long this would go, but yes. So I
had Pookie since the Watford game, right?
And I have the other one from, what's his name, Tony. I had Tony from 2 weeks now. Right. So it was a head-to-head a little bit, yes.
Yeah, but it's a low. I had Pookie so long, never dropped him. I'll bring him in once in a while. Something tell me start him. I dropped Mbeumo and put Pookie in.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay,
right?
Yes.
Big gamble. Right?
Yeah, huge.
Drop Mbeumo. I was sweating at like 2-3 in the morning. Like, do I leave him in? Leave him in? When I saw the goal, no, I didn't watch the game, but I was getting the updates now. I saw the goal, it wasn't him. It was friggin' Norman. I say, again, crap. Bam, when I checked next goal, Pookie. Man, I was elated.
Yes, I didn't watch the game, but it was from open play or was it from another?
It was a pen.
So this is the second goal he's got, but the second penalty, right?
who came off? Zanka came off, and the fella
Yeah.
came on for him. I think good. Concede penalty, and Pookie scored. So
Okay, good.
pressure.
But I
But
mean,
yes, I'll have to concede this one. Yes, Pookie did score, right? You did hold him one. That's good, right? But both these sides were from both of these sides were from they know each other from championship, so
yeah,
they
yeah,
it could have been a little more open play, right? They probably was a little more comfortable with each other. So Norwich was able to push a little more. Get a man in the box, draw the penalty, give Jared the points, right? But yeah, Norwich with the first win. They do have good fixtures coming up. I really can't talk too much. I really didn't watch the game to see how they performed, right? But it is a swing. Norwich will get a little what do you call it? A little confidence, even though right after the first win they sacked the manager. So we have to see who's coming in now. Alright. And Brentford no sorry, yes, Brentford. Yeah. They started off good, now they kinda on the down low now. I know we were recommending their players from the beginning, the defense, but after losing Raya, the defense is not looking good. If Norwich gets
The
score
whole
two on
team.
you, right? Yeah,
The
it's not
whole
looking
team.
too. Yeah, they just get shattered.
Yeah, but there's some good
Tony's
fixtures coming
playing
up,
really
you know.
good.
So
I
you
mean,
can't
he's
really,
playing good. It's just he's not getting the results,
yeah.
right? Mbemo, well, he's just loved the post. Just always so
right?
close, right? And that's it really for this game. So
No, well,
keep
I
an
want
eye
to
on
jump
Norwich.
on this guy. I want to
They
jump on
have
this
cheap
guy here.
options and they have good fixtures. So you get it may not be too difficult to bring in someone to free up some
Yeah.
funds. Yeah. So who you want to bring up? Sorry.
No, I'm not saying bringing any Brentford players. I'm not saying no. But
Yeah.
this guy has been very consistent, and this guy here sometimes jumpy. We said Pinnock last week, but he and Pinnock sometimes exchange the assist and whatnot. They normally do. But this guy here, Godos, this is second straight game he's brought some FPL points. Now
Mm-hmm.
he didn't play long as usual because the last game as well he came on. He does not start. He's a Wisa. He's a new Wisa because Wisa
Yeah.
injured right now, right? But I'm just saying, cheap, especially if you're going to wild card, you're going to try to bring in some guys with your free. You want some cheaper assets to bring an expensive asset. Just saying as a bench offer in case someone gets injured or someone doesn't start, you have him because he has been doing the business just like we said. That's my only contribution, right? I won't recommend any Norwich players. Maybe cruel. I'm just joking, but nah, I don't recommend.
But with Norwich, you still have to give them some time because they're bringing in a manager, right? And the whole
Yeah,
team
yeah.
still, you can still mold that whole team, right? So you're really
Yeah.
not sure who's going to play. They still have bench
Exactly.
options. They have the two guys they brought from Chelsea and from Liverpool that they can still bring back in. If this new manager can get that potential that they saw in them before, if they can bring that out from them, then they might be good assets. But we have to see who they bring in. So,
And I'm still gonna keep it. That's my game plan for the rest of the yeah. I'll drop in.
well,
I'll
he
start
given the
on
same
Wembley.
amount of points as Kane and any of those big strikers anyway.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
yeah.
True.
Yeah,
And you're
he's
saving
the
a
only
good 4
striker
point
that
something.
scored this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. We'll find out just now. Eh?
Adam Armstrong scored.
And Armstrong,
Adam
right?
Armstrong,
Look at
yeah.
that.
And both of them
Look
is
at
sub
that.
7.
Armstrong,
Both of them
a
is sub
Southampton
7.
striker,
Correct.
and a
Sub
Norwich
7, yeah.
striker.
Yeah, sub 7 strikers, and they bringing in points. So
Yeah. All right. So Aaron, you're turning a break down the Brighton Newcastle. Let me just look at the goalkeepers real quickly. So of course Sanchez he had to do it. He saved his team. He saved the game. Eh? Let's be real. If he didn't make that tackle,
oh yeah.
right? He
Yeah.
saved them that point. It was a sacrifice that had to be made. So Steel will be coming in. I know a lot of guys, especially Javid, shout out FPL Dagger Javid. He normally
Double up.
recommends that you have Steele and Sanchez as your options. The Steele is very cheap and he's not too bad. I know Potter was bigging him up. He's a good sub for Sanchez and should be the same thing going forward. So we'll see.
But they got
I
a little
think
bit
Dalo
unlucky
won
this
the
game
game.
because they
Yeah.
had used all their substitutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as it is all the stuff exactly. Dalo with 4 saves, so 1 point. We made 3 saves, 2 points. But I'm not picking up Dalo right now. But again, just highlighting the local goalkeepers and what they
Do
bring
you
to the table.
do you have to talk
All right.
about Duffy? Would he get any save points or no?
I think it was Dunk, right? Dunk. I think Dunk went
Dunk,
in
sorry,
down.
dunk. But
Yeah,
is he
yeah.
considered?
No
I
bonus,
don't
no
know,
bonus.
boy.
Yeah.
I wonder couldn't get no save points. Yeah.
But if he actually saves something, would he get a save point?
It would
That's a good
work
question, you
so.
know.
Because this guy,
Why
He's
not?
gonna make 3 saves.
I wish. I wish it works so, but it don't work so.
Nah.
He's not gonna make 3 saves, period. You see, he could have had pony gloves. All the wicked
Yeah.
save.
Aaron, talk to me.
I want to talk about Trossard one time because
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Of
trust
course.
me.
Another
More
player
fit.
recommended in my top 5. So, guys, please, again, you're dropping points if you're not watching. Let's go.
Sub 7 and sub 7 price?
Yeah, he's 6.4.
But he's not striker. He's a midfield.
Nah, midfield.
Nah, he's a
Yeah.
midfielder. But
Yeah.
that's exactly why I want to talk about him first because
Yeah.
he playing centre forward and he's not playing false line. He playing centre forward.
Centre forward,
Right.
yeah.
And Mopai is fit and he keeping him out of the team.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a budget midfielder who in an attacking position,
Mhm.
Trossard is your guy. I want to shout out Tariq Lamptey as well because
Yeah.
Veltman
Yes.
plays very well. Veltman playing very well and he's playing right back. Well,
Right centre back.
they pin up actually,
Yeah.
right centre back and Lamptey move out to the. He start last game. That's the first game he start, but he was coming
Yeah.
off the bench, gaining his fitness. Lamptey is 4.4. He's very attacking. His
Very,
end
yeah.
product is very.
Mhm.
Road
He could be
runner,
the second
they call
striker
him.
next to Trossard, yeah.
Yeah. They call him a road
Exactly.
runner. He can just keep going,
and
boy.
his touch is amazing. His decision making for youth, man, real good. So 4.4 year cargo wrong, and I think he's going to be starting now because I thought he wouldn't play because Veltman was having a very good time at right wing back as well. But Veltman could play centre back and playing right centre back, having the knowledge of a wing back, he could bring out the ball like a wing back and that helping Lamptey go forward as well. So Lamptey is a good shout.
They could also draw that penalty as well, because he in the box a lot.
Yeah.
Exactly,
So-
the assist points, yeah. And he's a very good dribbler.
Yeah, he gonna frustrate one of them big defenders and draw the penalty. Easy.
Exactly. Brighton played well. Brighton played well because Newcastle basically sit down and wait for the chance. Try to play on the counter. Eddie Howe appointed officially now. I really love that coach. I think he's going to do very good things with his team, especially in the position they are. He know Callum Wilson, he know Matt Ritchie, he know
Fraser.
Ryan Fraser.
Yeah.
He have similar players that he had at Bournemouth when Bournemouth was doing well. He going to utilize Saint Maximin. I think Saint Maximin must be the best player he ever coached. He going to coach. Well, him and Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson and Saint Maximin having a billion understanding. They had Joe Willock to come on the bench, I think. How we use him as well. So I would give them 2 weeks, but look at Newcastle players coming up in the next coming weeks. Because Saint Maximin is a problem. Callum Wilson scores goals. That's what he was born to do. No defenders, but you see them and Almiron as well. This game, Almiron, real intelligent boy. He not getting FPL points yet, but he in a system that Howe does play where he's utilized his midfielders very well. Almiron could be a problem. So
you think he'll play like how David Brooks play? Bournemouth?
Yeah, similar.
I think same thing.
Similar. That's a real good comparison there. Very similar. Saint Maximin on the next side and Callum through the center because they have players to play that system. They have a good team. Well, yeah, they have a good team. A good Eddie Howe team. So keep an eye out on Newcastle. See how they keep going. I think they have a decent run of fixtures as well. I'm not too sure. But look out for Newcastle. Saint Maximin, Callum Wilson, Almiron. And well, the man himself, Mankio, you can't go wrong with the Mankio.
I was not gonna say that.
Yeah, and he's cheap as well too. Our next 4.2.
You can't go well. You can't go wrong.
What about Basuma for Brighton?
I wouldn't say Basuma. Yeah, he playing, but I wouldn't recommend him for FPL.
Nah, he's not an FPL asset. Not an FPL asset.
Because it's not like he not like Declan Rice. Where Declan Rice, I wouldn't recommend Declan Rice as an FPL asset either. But if you're going in that mold midfielder, I would say
Yeah,
Declan
yeah.
Rice. Not
Yeah.
All
Basuma,
right, good.
because Declan Rice does more with the ball, and
Yeah.
Basuma have a more holding role, and he's the only person in the midfield that has tackled. Whereas in
He
West
doing
Ham,
that, yeah.
Suchek and Declan Rice know
Yeah.
when one go, one stay, and they just work it out very well. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend Basuma.
But
From
I know some
Brighton,
people like to put on a 4.5 midfielder just to
yeah,
free up
okay,
some
okay.
funds. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I understand that. I
so
understand. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Well, I
can
have him
go
as my
if
budget
some guys
midfielder in the midfield. I have him as my budget midfielder now. But he don't
yeah.
start. He does just be there for the funds to be elsewhere now.
right.
Yeah.
Who's that Hayden?
No, he don't. Bissouma.
This one,
Oh,
yeah.
Basuma.
Because they're kind of similar players now. The same thing you say, but you don't pick holding midfielders as FPL
Yeah,
assets.
as FPL assets.
Just for the fact that they don't get
Unless
forward enough.
exactly,
Correct.
unless they just take penalties or something,
Yeah, which rare.
Yeah.
Which rare.
which rare, yeah, which rare. So, but from Brighton, the FPL assets I look at is Lamptey and Trossard, maybe and
Alright.
Cucurella as well.
Yeah, no, you love the Cucurella. Yeah.
Cucurella, their hair majestic.
All right, cool. Thanks, Shamir. Right, so we're gonna
I
touch
actually
on
want to pass this on to give
Yeah, I can do this one. You do the Liverpool
All right.
one. Yeah.
That's clear. That's
Yeah.
clear.
Team now,
I
boy. Let's talk about
understand.
this team.
Yeah. Evan could take over.
Got
Sure.
some more,
So let me just talk about
insights now, boy.
the goalkeepers real quickly. So well, nothing much with save points with Pickford, but he got the clean sheet obviously, and well, Loris no saves, just clean sheet points. So nothing really, but 6 points each for the goalkeeper. So nothing much there. So let's see. I mean, I know it was a 0-0. Nothing
Yeah.
really to talk about, but Kevin, you would have probably watched
Yeah.
some highlights. Anybody
It was
from
a
Tottenham?
good game. It was
Yeah.
better. We didn't lose, so it was good. We get a clean sheet, which is good, better. I mean, it's not a 3-0 loss like before.
Got the
So
effect in action.
yeah. The way they played, honestly, like everyone on the team played, besides the two main people, Kane and Son didn't show up like they usually did, but the rest of the team actually played really well, right? Regulon and Royal, both of them played really well on the wings, which is known for the Conte style.
Yeah.
And they were making the passes and everything. They just had to fine tune. I think when they talk on the camp, they didn't really have much training. They didn't have much time for training. I think most of the training was in class. So this was like one of the first times they actually get to play it out, right? But everyone look at those wing backs. I did hit that Doherty. He did get a little sweat for the first time, right? I don't know how much of an influence he's gonna have in this, right? But right now, Regulon and Royal, those are the two main guys. Everton, they played really well as well. They played decent as well, but I know they lacking some form. So there's two teams that was pretty much out of form. Gray striking. I find Gray's playing really well. I actually have Gray and actually was going to sell him this week, but I may hold on to him. I think Gray and Richardson, both of them actually striking. I want to look at any of the defenders. But both of these teams, as I say, both of these teams are poor defensively right at the moment, and they both came out with 0-0. So you can take that take from that what you want, because it can mean that they're improving, or it's just both of their strike force wasn't that great. So
Facts.
yeah.
All right. And that was a short summary. Didn't have to stay long on that one because it was
Yeah,
not really
not much
any
of it, yeah.
goals. Yeah. All right. There we go. The greatest team in London. But this is the Colony Derby, or the Training Grounds Derby, as I like to call it. The Training Grounds Derby, because our training grounds are right next to each other. Of course, let me just. So Shimi, Aaron want to do this one, and then Shimi
Yeah, I
will do.
think so.
Right.
I think
So
this
Aaron
one,
can do
yeah.
this one. So Ramsdale, no save points, but of course a clean sheet, and of course, well, Foster. Wow, what can we say about Foster? Foster saved a pen. He made 5 saves, saved the pen. Was so 11 points for Foster. Brilliant.
And remain on our bench as well.
Tough.
While we had a -2 from Sanchez.
Tough. Yeah. So take it away now. But talk about the greatest team in London. How they did, and any assets you think we should look at? Maybe not for the next game, but the Newcastle game after that and so forth. Talk to me.
Brother, the next game is Liverpool. Liverpool now lost a game, so they be coming very hard, but we inform. So if you have assets, keep them. If you have Smith Rowe, keep him because that youth man in real form, real form. If you have defenders, put them on the bench. Don't sell them. So if you have Tomayasu, well, you will not Tini. You have White or Gabriel. Put them on the bench because after that we have a decent run. We only have Manu and then a decent run of games. But the team playing well. We striker not scoring. That personally that because I captain him this week. So I ain't go delving in that too much. But yeah, when it comes assets wise, Saka is a good shout as well because both we creating from the wide midfield areas a lot. So yeah, and Ramsdale. But I guess you play Liverpool next game week. So if you have Ramsdale,
You can save points.
That's all. So I wouldn't sell any of the Arsenal assets, and I would recommend Saka, Smith Rowe, Tavares because Tierney not getting back his spot anytime soon. But I wouldn't buy Tavares for next game week. I would go following game week because if I go wrong, he's like 4.4 or something like that. I'm not too sure. So yeah, the can't go wrong. Watford, they didn't play great, but you could see they understand what the manager wants from them. And they have King is a threat, but he's a threat. Like he faster than I thought he was. So if you're looking at Watford assets, King is a good shout. Yeah, I will go King and Dennis because Dennis quick as well, skillful, and will Foster making saves. But I don't think he can make them kind of saves every game week. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't run in just because he had one real good game. So yeah, so the synopsis is keep your Arsenal assets and buy King from Watford.
well, all right. Simple.
Yeah.
All right,
And
so
Captain Obama.
and yeah. All right, next game. I will do this game, Shamir, so you can do the next game, right? I'll run through this one. That's not a problem. All right, so Leeds 1, Leicester 2. Nothing to talk about there from Meslier, but Schmeichel 4 saves, 1 point, so 3 points for him. Not bad at all. Of course, the main guy to talk about here will be Rafinha. I know a lot of people would have brought in Rafinha. He got a yellow card. I was very mad. But then when I remembered why he did it, I was like, fine, okay. So I didn't get mad. I wasn't mad anymore. But I was really pissed. But because he could have finally gotten some double returns. But
yeah, he hit a 9-9 a lot, yeah.
But the sentiment was nice. We'll leave it alone there, right? So Rafinha with 9. Of course, he and Rodrigo will be our main recommendations from this Leeds team. Rodrigo didn't score this rounds, but the past 2 games he has been scoring. It was a low scoring affair. Everyone was just trying to survive the game.
Did Leeds play Harrison up in front?
Nah, he played left side.
No,
He played left side, okay. Because on his sheet I saw him as in the striker position. I was wondering.
Oh no,
what happened there.
formations will be too. Yeah,
okay.
accurate. But Barnes for once, finally with some returns for once, and Sumari with the assist. For me, no, I have Vardy. I've been on the Vardy camp since game week 1, but he's been stuttering of late, but I don't think there's anything to fear or to be frightened of. And to me, he is the only asset that I will take from Leicester so far. Only because the other guys are not consistent. Sometimes Telemans coming up, but only when he scores a banger. Barnes has not returned any points in ages. Right, Samari is just filling in there. So I mean, and Pereira,
the other strikers not getting proper starts.
Inacho and Daka. I don't know what went wrong this week. If they were injured, I don't know. So yeah, that was a bit of a funny one there. I don't know if they got arrested because they played in the Europe or whatever it is. I really don't know what went on there. But I will stick with Vardy. If you have him, stick with him. I won't sell him yet because of all the other woes and all the other strikers. All right. So next up, West Ham, Liverpool. West Ham 3, Liverpool 2. I want to
This was
just
a great.
touch on the goalkeepers real quickly. Fabianski would have brought in 3 saves, so 2 points for him. Allison with the own goal, so nothing there for him. Now, I just want to make one point before we continue because I've been hearing some very upsetting comments from my panel. My panel have been upsetting me all night. I just want to say one thing there, and that's it. Let me see if this is visible. If not, I will read it out.
It's not visible.
Let me read it out. Let me read it out. Trent Alexander is the best fullback ever right now. Don't ask me to tell me nothing about Cancelo. You saw that game? Forget the free kick. Forget the free kick. He was immense.
What is that?
And again, it was that
Trent.
Best fullback ever right now. What is that?
Ever, man. Talking, you're dragging down Trent whole episode talking about James, Cancelo. You're talking about James. I have a note.
James and Cancelo.
I have a note. James, Cancelo, Chilwell. No. Trent has to be there.
Nobody dragged Trent. You just looking for comments. That's what you looking for.
You didn't put Trent or two. You all mentioned fullbacks, and none of you all mentioned Trent. None of you all say, "Oh, you downgraded. You downgraded." Everyone talking, "Oh, you sell him and brought in Cancelo." You're mad. Your backline should be Trent.
Right,
James,
so
Cancelo.
downgrade means from the best in, you know.
Yeah, but
Trent is above.
why are you dropping him? You should
You would,
never
at
drop him.
the time he was injured, and I was like, I could use it. I could use the money.
Two
I mean,
rules.
I understand the switching him from being injured. You have to find a way to bring him back. Eh?
Yeah, I have to definitely have to find a way to bring him back.
You have to find a way to bring him back because the whole picture's getting good again. The next 10.
And the only way I could do that is selling one of my Chelsea defenders. I have to bring him back.
You don't have to. You could. Honestly speaking, the template now is small strikers, big defense, big midfield. You know. That's the
True.
template.
Yeah.
So why wasting money on a Kane or a Ronaldo when you can get short points from Trent?
Yeah.
Now it could be controversial by doing that, but you never know. I
will let you continue, Shamir. I don't want to keep you, but
Yeah.
4 rules. Always captain Salah. Repeat rule number 1. Always start Trent. Repeat rule number 3. Right, Shamir, take it away. Shamir.
Honestly speaking, it's an upset for me because my team lost, right? West Ham is a contender for top 4 this season. You know, I don't know what Moyes do after that Man U job because like he went to some coaching seminars and brush up his game because he have this West Ham team running.
Yeah, boy.
He had this West Ham team running. Swear to God, it's really impressive to see how they sweat. They have big bodies, but they're mobile, right? The Sucheks, Zuma, the Fona is a kind of big boy himself.
So
Honestly
opponents don't
speaking,
even know where they're going to get hit from because there's so much options they have to
That's
strike
what I'm
with.
saying. That's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
and the fellas that they playing, right, fit the system they playing. I don't know, boy. It was like they have one better counter attacking sides when you have Fornals, Bowen, Antonio link up, right, Benrahma as well. They move that ball forward such pace now, boy, that you catch teams out, right? Bowen had a wonderful game this game. He's a Liverpool linked player. We'll see if he actually moves or not, right? He's a good FPL asset, like 6 million, less than 6.5. Fornals is 6 million, and this is his second double-digit haul for the season so far, I believe. Right? He's a kind of under the radar player. He fits in those pockets as a kind of 8, right? Zuma's a good shout for the defense because he's that set piece threat, and Ogbonga is now out, right? ACL. So Zuma is sure to start every game, right? With a set piece threat. I mean, 5.4 million, kind of expensive, but if their fixtures are good, I would have them. I would have him aside. Benrahma, the wave kind of slowly crashing down. I would really sell him on for somebody else, maybe switch on to Bowen or Fornals, right? If we keep a West Ham asset. Antonio, I don't know, boy. I mean, he's an FPL legend. He riding this kind of bad run form in a sense because he getting those pre-assists, right? He vital to the team's play. but you're not getting the returns. I don't know if I personally won't sell him anytime soon, right? I'll kind of just ride through this kind of rough patch. But I mean, if you need the funds for something else, if you want to do a move to get back Ronaldo in the side or a Kane or whatever for Spurs good fixtures, up to you, right? But I personally keeping him. Liverpool assets. Salah 5 points, no returns, no goal returns, but assist return. What to say about him? But he's involved in the game, but I feel as though the midfield for Liverpool was kind of lacking this game. Fabinho was not his best. Chamberlain wasn't either. Henderson wasn't either. So the midfield wasn't moving the ball from defense to attack enough for my liking to bring in the Mane, the Jota, the Salah. So that's why they didn't really perform this game, I would say, right? Ori with a kind of wonder goal, boy. That was a really impressive touch to score a goal. I wouldn't lie.
boy.
That was he just come off the bench to score like that.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't get sold, you know. For some reason, he's bringing a kind of touch on magic to the team now, boy.
Yeah.
Right when he does play. Thiago came on and played some passes that was no look in between the lines. Fit Thiago in the side would be an improvement for Mane, Jota, and Salah, right? Jota is a nailed starter now because Firmino is out.
Firmino
he's
injured,
playing
yeah.
a striker, so he's playing a striker role. So he's a budget buy in a sense to get into the Liverpool attack if you don't have them already. Which you should have a Salah in the side. Don't even, that's a mistake already if you don't have him. Right? Trent, 12 points, 3 bonus.
Take your time on this one, please.
Beautiful goal. He is
assisted by Salah.
Yeah, Salah won the free kick, right? And then he assisted the goal. Honestly speaking, Trent is like the quarterback, right, for Liverpool, because he's like kind of Gerrard mold now. He's in the in and out the ball, spraying passes,
Whipping in them balls, yeah.
whipping in the crosses, right? A lot of the play goes through him. He fits Klopp's system to a Tina. So, and then Liverpool have some fixtures coming up that if you don't have him, get him in, right? Not every game Liverpool going to concede 3. With a more fit midfield, these goals will dry up being conceded now. So clean sheets would come, goal assists would come, goals would come from Trent, right? So basically, I would say it was a real good game. I would be honest with you, it was a real good game. Open, back.
Yeah, it was great.
Back. It was a good game.
Yeah.
So honestly speaking, if I had to pick some assets from both sides, Bowen, Zuma, if you're trying to go through to that, if you want to pay a gamble, a differential, Bowen for next differential, Fornals for differential. Sell Benrahma, move him to Bowen or Fornals, right?
You mentioned
Liverpool,
Rice in before. Rice in this or no?
I honestly won't pick Rice just because, again, the whole of midfield, he does a lot of the dirty work with Suchek, right, in that midfield.
Yeah.
So he getting those pre-assists, right? Now, he might score a goal once in a while, but you kind of want to focus on players that bring in more consistent returns now. And, I mean, he's so cheap that you can have him on your bench and bring him on ever so often for your 2 points, for your 4 points, right? But I personally won't run out to go and buy him because I already have that player from 4.5 million midfielder just sit down there waiting now, right? Liverpool on the side, Trent Robertson didn't have the greatest game, but I mean he's also he has some threat from Tsimikas. So when the games come thick and fast, Tsimikas might get some starts. Salah must have. Jota is a must have as well. Mane hot and cool right now, so I wouldn't say he's a must have, but he's one of those players where if you don't have Salah, you have Mane to get into the Liverpool attack now. So yeah.
All right.
I mean, if it's tripling up on the Liverpool,
if it tripling, honestly speaking, the easiest triple and the best triple is Trent, Salah, Jota, right?
Well, yeah, Trent and Salah for sure, but Jota over Mane, but I know that's 20 points.
Mane,
so plenty more money. Yeah.
Because of the price, yes. So you're saving about 4 million difference there, about 4 million between the two now. So that's what, and then because Jota's nailed to start now compared to before, right? You get more minutes, more involvement. He will be a better pick than a Mane because of the price difference, I would say. because they have similar XG or XGI, goal involvement.
Right.
So I would go more on the line of Jota than Mane, just because of price. So you can have
Okay.
funds to buy a Cancelo in the defense, put in Rafinha, keep Chilwell in the side, that kind of
Right.
thing now.
Yeah,
Cool.
fair enough. What about just to touch quickly? What about Henderson though?
Nah, boy, he's not a FPL asset. I would say
Alright.
he's a 8, right, for Liverpool. Sometimes a 6. But he is those. He's just like Rice, basically just like Rice. Honestly speaking,
Right.
they play the same way. They inside the link of the play, they do get goals off and on, but not enough to spend your money on, and not consistent enough to really get those returns now. But they are amazing players, but not for FPL. FPL, we're looking purely for goals and assists now.
Alright,
So yeah.
fair enough. Alright, so we reached that part of the show, guys, where we are going to show you how our teams did. So I will go first. Didn't do too hot.
Boost. Want to boost. Show off.
Right, so you all prime up. I have Aaron and Shamir's teams ready to show. I'll show you mine first. All right, so a measly 74 points. Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Taken. That finally broke the 700 barrier inside there. I jumped from top 500k to now 300k. Taken that. Of course, not too bad. So I'm trying to see if I could continue surging up to that 100k. I had Sir. Of course, I had the best left back right now. Best fullback, sorry. Trentus. I'll leave another right there. I had James. Did not have Chilwell or Cancelo, but I'm fixing that. And I had Christensen. I was just doubling up, hoping for the clean sheet because it was Burnley. I was hoping. Right? So that's why I gambled that. Of course, Captain Salah. Always Captain Salah, Shamir. Right?
Agreed.
Right, Gallagher has been in my team since a while now. So I've kept him, and he has been returning off and on. But this was a big one this week. Very thankful for that. Rafinha brought him in recently, did great. Brought in Smith Rowe just for this game. He delivered, scored, beautiful. I had Pookie, as I told you guys, since the Watford game. Never dropped him. He's been on my bench, of course, but I brought him in, dropped him for Mbeumo, which was a great gamble. The only thing I shouldn't have done was drop regular, and I dropped him for Christensen, but that's how these things goes. But I'm still glad. A lot of green arrows is a particular league that I care about the most, that I'm on top of, right, for certain reasons. Aaron, you will know. And that's it there, guys. So a 74 points, hoping for more and bigger for the game week 12. So let me bring up Shamir. You want to go first? I'll bring up Shamir.
Yeah, go ahead now.
All right, hold on. Oh, and I realized, right, you would not have seen. Let me just scroll quick again, and now I realize that. So I'm scrolling quick, you would not have seen. I 74. Bam, the team that I had. And of course, Oliver Queen settings. All right, let's bring up Shamir real quickly. All right, Shamir.
All right, so 65 points was a decent game for me. A small green arrow. I think I'm up to the top 50,000 in the world right now. 444, sorry, in points. Which is good. I'm happy with that so far. Ramsdale's a pick I had since from the first game he played. I brought him in as soon as after, because I know he's going to continue starting, right? Which I was glad for. He's a good gamble I had over Sanchez for the last couple of game weeks. I will keep him for a while, I think. I wouldn't drop him yet, right? I am looking at moving him along when Arsenal get fixtures kind of get rocky for maybe a Gaita or a McCarthy, but that's if I have free transfers to kind of spend.
Right, to bring in those,
on,
yeah.
right? Yeah, I mightn't waste it on him yet because short starter, he can't really complain too much bringing those returns. Livramento brought him in a little while now. He's actually starting for me. I was glad for that. Chilwell, 2 points. Still, right? Good returns. Tommy asked for somebody I was kind of back and forth with the start, which I was glad I did over Veltman, right? So that's good. A nice 5 points there. Trent, talked about him, great. Salah, always captain, basically. Smith Rowe is a gamble I took in the early, so I had him before he was returning, right? before everybody was like, oh,
Yeah, them in game week
why?
1 as well. Yeah.
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 These guys backing him to do well, right? Sold him and brought him back in before his form rise. I'm glad with that gamble, that differential. Rafinha is a sure pick for me, in my opinion. He's a sure pick because he's involved in leads, goals all the time. My son gamble hasn't paid off yet,
Mm.
right? I'm worried about it because I mean it's a big investment in that midfield spot now, right? But I mean if Spurs fixtures would turn around just now, they play in Norwich soon, I think, sometime, and then they have good fixtures coming on, and Conte should have him and Kane playing well. So he's there for the foreseeable future, but that's just because I don't want to spend the money to move him and then have to bring him back in when he does hit form. Antonio and Tony, no returns. Striker curse for me. I feel like my strikers hasn't returned for me at all this season. So I may look to bring in Adam Armstrong, right? Either for honestly speaking, I won't sell Tony for his fixtures. So maybe Antonio Iheanacho, right? I gambled on Kalichi, right? A couple game weeks before as a big differential. It hasn't worked out for me now. So I might sell him, move him on to Wang or Adam Armstrong. But that's my team. That's my
All right.
plans. Maybe we will see how it
Right.
works out
For game
over
week
the
12.
international game week here.
All right. So let's bring up
Yeah.
Alba real quickly. All right. Take it away, Aaron.
Yeah, I was satisfied with the game week due to the what my captain do. I was shocked I still get over the average. So well, McCarthy in goal, can't go wrong with McCarthy. I'm McCarthy for like three weeks now, and I double up Southampton in the
Yeah.
defense because Villa wasn't in form, so and Liverpool in form, so I'll go Liverpool McCarthy, Hadaha Cancelo, Chilwell didn't produce, but you can't go wrong with Chelsea defenders. I went Pinnock because he was playing Norwich, but
Right.
I started to see that Raya is a bigger miss than I first thought it was.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like the keeper that is the sub don't communicate as well as Raya, and like the team just less confident because they know the keeper behind them not as good as Raya. So I might think about, I wouldn't get rid of Pinnock, but he might start as much as I thought he would have. KDB, I'm thinking about getting rid of, but I don't know for who yet because there will be plenty money to play with. I want to give him until Man U fixtures get good, so I could bring back in, what's his boy name, Bruno Fernandes,
Right.
because
Right.
he real close. Bruno, not Bruno, but De Bruyne close to getting assets because he was good in the Man U game. He was just certain men throw away a chance that would have given him assets. So I'm still thinking about getting rid of him eventually because he expensive not to be going 3-4 game weeks
Return in.
without
Correct.
assets.
Correct.
Well, Salah have to have him in your team. Tielemans, I might look to move on as well because he injured. Not that alone, but Leicester sometimes. But he does be involved because he's get pre-assists for chances for Vardy and stuff. But his price point so nice that if I sell him, I'll go Bowen because they're similar in price. Smith Rowe not leaving my team anytime soon. Auba could get the axe soon. Arel course on that penalty because he normally more efficient in the penalty.
Yeah.
But that's how FPL does go sometimes. Because if he scored that penalty and Saka goal is not offside, that is 12 points. That's 24 for my captain. That's 74 right there. So that is just how FPL is. And Antonio, I won't be selling either because goals coming from him. He's be like Shimi was saying, if he even though he's not scoring or assisting, he gain pre-assist and he very crucial to how West Ham does play. So I wouldn't sell him. And who you selling him for? You're not gonna really
exactly.
bring in a striker who inform unless you go in and take that jump to Armstrong. And it didn't really make sense to go Armstrong and Antonio could come and score 2 in the next game. So
Exactly.
he kind of safe in my team. We just go to the bench too.
Yeah, because I see you have 10
Yeah.
points there, lineman on your bench. Yeah.
Well, I didn't course on that 10 points because Hayden
Yeah,
don't
you
score.
can't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He
true, it's
just
true, it's
in my
true.
team for a filler. And well,
Yeah.
I already make a change with Hayden to a Crystal Palace midfielder. I ain't gonna name his name.
Right,
So
right, right. Policy.
Gallagher.
Mhm.
Mm. Yeah,
and
go
well,
ahead,
I,
see?
I already had Anthony, so that's why I was talking about him so much in the
Okay.
review.
Yeah.
Because I believe that good things coming from him because that Brighton team playing good, and I think he will just make them better because he's a good player. He's a very good player. And Saint Maximan might leave my team very soon as well. I keep an eye until game week 14. That's when McCarthy have a very hard game. So I just saving now because I don't want to waste a transfer because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to
yeah,
waste a
yeah, yeah.
transfer and I could just play McCarthy. When
Correct, correct.
McCarthy can't play in game week 14, that's when I'll bring in maybe Guaita or maybe Ramsdale. I'm not sure. So yeah, that is my team. Hoping for
All right.
better for more green arrows next game week.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Wish you some green arrows there. All right, let's go for Mr. Lala. Let's see what
Yeah.
you did. All right. We'll talk us
All
straight.
right. Not the best of game weeks. Some really poor decisions on the bench as well. So Sanchez in goal, that was the default. It was between Sanchez and Foster. Honestly, thought Brighton had the better fixture, so I had
Right.
Sanchez there, and my first substitute was Duffy. I don't know why I didn't have Livermore. Normally, Livermore just jump off of my bench for one of my two Chelsea defenders. And it's the first game my two Chelsea defenders actually played, and it's the first game that they conceded. So normally, Silva or James, one of them may not play, and
Right.
Livermore jump off. But both of them played. At least I got the assist from James though, right? So I get some bonus points there. Cancelo, he helped me a lot. That was my highest scoring with 2 assists and all the bonus points. Foden and Keane, I want to say these two together because the same thing you was talking about just now. I had Antonio and what do you call it? Antonio and KDB, and it was a straight swap for these two. Um, I was trying to beat the curve. I was trying to get the beat the price rises. Right after I sold them, both of their prices went up by 0.1. So I actually make a little 0.2 there, right? For them was looking a lot better than KDB. So
Right.
the fixture's not bad as well. So that it was a lateral move, but at the same time, I'm not feeling as bad. Both of them returned 3 points, but one is 11 point something, one is 8.2. So I went for the Foden jump, right? Kane, I was hoping for the manager bounce as well as the fixtures, and I need to do something different just to keep up or make the points because the template that I had before, I mean, I was consistently making 60 something plus. It's not working anymore, so I have to find a new team, a new structure to stay ahead of the curve. And I was hoping it was between Kane and Son. I know a lot of people had Son. Son went up as well this week. Um, but I went with Kane just for the difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rafinha there from the beginning. He bring back another 9 pointer. He helped me out a lot. Gray, he was going to be my next one to drop, but I honestly liked how he played against Spurs. He played really good. I think he had one, maybe two shots on target, and it was looking really threatening. So hopefully I can roll my transfer and I'll be able to keep him. Salah again, always captain Salah.
Always Captain
He's
Salah.
there, always captain Salah. Vardy there from the beginning. He was a placeholder. He became permanent. I would love to, I would say downgrade in inverted commas to another Leicester striker because Leicester they get in the goals, they have good fixtures, but the other strikers not trustworthy enough. Vardy, I'll stick with Vardy, right? He stayed on that point. Now this will be one of the few teams that actually still have two top strikers, two expensive strikers on it. So it is a risk. It is a big gamble. Tony, there's the third week I have Tony, and he
Mm.
hasn't brought anything in. The only thing I can say is I bought Tony when he's a little cheaper than when he was 6.5 and he was 6.3 now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only saving grace I want to say, I guess. But it's my bench that suited me this week. Foster and Livermore. If you want to count Duffy as well as 18 points on my bench. Um,
Hmm.
and you already seen red flags on the field. And that's never a good, never a good feeling. Um, so a lot of red arrows, but with the mini league that we have, the head-to-head league, I was matched up with someone who we were fighting for second place, and I was able to beat them by 4 points, a measly 4 points. So that was good. That was a small victory this week for me. So
All right, and as you mentioned, that as a great segue. Let's bring that up one time. Let's look at our league leader. All right, so I have it up here. So now let me share the screen. Right, boom. All right, so we have Tuchel's Angel. He was actually first in the first few game weeks, and then Kevin would have taken over. Kevin's right here second. So let's see who Tuchel had in his team now, guys. So he made 62 points.
62 points.
His overall rank, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Up in the 61,000 there. Wow. Wow. Okay, can't get vexed with you at all. Right? He had Ramsdale, he had White, Trent, James. So a brilliant backline. Brilliant. He had always captain Salah, he had Salah as captain, he had Smith Rowe and Buemo Jota. So that's where he would have dropped off there. And of course, he did not have any goal scoring strikers, of course. And he had Livermento on his bench, Rafinha on his bench. Wow. A whopping was that 15 points on the bench there. Well, if you want to come similar, 17. Wow. All right. Well, of course, we don't wish you the best, Stefan, but I mean, that's impressive and your rank is impressive. So congrats on that. All right. And of course, thanks for keeping the seat warm for us for now. Well, for Kevin, I should say.
Yes, hopefully
All right.
soon.
Guys, we know it was a long one, but international break. So rock back, enjoy the episode. Thank you so much for your likes and subscribes. We're trying to push it to 200. Slowly but surely, please show it to your friends. Ask them to subscribe. It is free. Thank you very much for the love and support. Please put some comments below. Show us your team. Send me on Instagram. Let me know who was your best scorer. Did you have Cancelo or Livermento on the team? Was Livermento on your bench? Did you captain Salah? Did you captain Havertz? Did you try something else? Let us know what you did. And of course, look out for some great content coming up over the international break. I'll have these guys back for another special episode. We'll do a wildcard episode. And I have a very, very special episode coming up on the 15th. I may do it live or I may do it pre-recorded. I'm still not deciding on that yet, but we will see each other very soon. And enjoy the international break as best as you can. And happy tinkering, because there's no picking right now. So happy tinkering. And we'll see you all in the next one. Take care.